Hey everybody, it's Sam Jacobs. Happy Friday, wherever you are. You're going to be listening to this, I think, in late April or early May. I don't know if we're still not allowed to leave the house at that point, but if we are, I hope your living room is wonderful. And if we are allowed to leave the house and walk outside and interact with other humans, then I hope you're enjoying it. But it's Friday, regardless, and it's Friday Fundamentals, that short 5 to 10 minute format where we bring you actionable insights to help make a difference in what you do today. I am your host, Sam Jacobs, and today on the show, we've got this week's guest back on the show, the founder of Revenue Collective of Color and one of the top sales managers and account executives in New York City, Devante Lewis Jackson. And we're going to talk to Devante about the 4 principles of great sales management, because he gave us a really good framework on the Tuesday episode, and we want to hear that again. Now, before we get there, we want to thank our sponsor. Our sponsor for Friday Fundamentals is the one, the only, Outreach. Outreach triples the productivity of sales teams and empowers them to drive predictable and measurable revenue growth. By prioritizing the right activities and scaling customer engagement with intelligent automation, Outreach makes customer-facing teams more effective and improves visibility into what really drives results. Now, Devante, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Sam. Happy to be here.
We're excited to have you. So, our question for you today is, what are the 4 key principles to being a great sales manager? Go.
Awesome. So, the 4 key principles to being a great sales manager are supporting your team, empowering them, removing roadblocks, and informing leadership. So 75% of them are directly, affecting your team, and 25%, affects the entire company. So when it comes to supporting your team, this can be looked at as air cover, right? So joining a call, not being afraid to roll your sleeves up and help get a deal across the line. It could be helping to craft a narrative or a territory plan, right? Making sure that your reps trust you and feel like you're there to support them in any way possible. Now, what's next is empowering your team. And you want to make sure that they don't feel too supported in a sense of they don't want to do anything on their own, right? We all have seen those reps that don't want to send an email until you take a look at it, right? That happens once or twice. It's okay. If it's every one, it's too time consuming. So you want to empower your team to be able to be autonomous, to play around the edges and push. I've always told my reps, hey, I'd rather you agree or commit to something that's going to get the deal closed and come to me and we figure out how to get the deal done, than you be that rep on the phone saying, hey, I have to talk to my manager and see what we can do. So you want to make sure that your reps feel empowered, know that you hired them for a reason, that you promoted them for a reason, that you gave them that territory for a reason, and that their job is to push the boundaries and close revenue. When it comes to removing roadblocks, I think a lot of this sometimes is behind the scenes, but your job is to make sure that there's no friction in their sales process. So this could be, talking to product, this could be talking to other parts of the business and trying to get them to understand things through the lens of a sales executive or through a salesperson. And that's going to be really important with increasing the deal velocity that's there, making sure that the team doesn't have too many issues with other departments, because, especially at small startups, it happens. And it just helps them know that you're always going to be fighting for them. And the last piece is informing leadership. So one of the unique things that happens when you're a sales manager is you get all of this insight from the front lines in aggregate. So as an individual sales rep, you do get to see everything, but 100% of your view is everything that you're dealing with. As a sales manager, if you have 10 reps, you can take each 10% piece that your reps are giving you and kind of form a better view of the market, form a better view of competitors that are coming, and really get ahead of things and understand what's going on. And your job is to then take that information and inform your sales directors, inform your SVP of sales, and get them to see things, through the eyes of the reps, right? So they're a little further away than you are. They're thinking more strategically. Your job is tactical. Everything you do is tactical. So you should be always making it a point to take insight from the front lines, consume that, analyze it, and then bring that to leadership. So supporting your team, empowering your team, removing roadblocks, and informing leadership are 4 key principles to sales management.
Wow. That was, well, I don't have to restate it. You just did it for us. That was awesome. And how'd you learn that?
So again, it's a lot of podcasts and consuming information. I mean, for me, I'm big on intellectual curiosity. That's something I'm looking for anybody that I'm hiring. I'm not saying you need to read a book a week, but always be consuming sales information, and that's how you can build your own methodology. So this is from a few different areas that I put together and made my own.
Well, I love it. Devante, thanks so much for being on the show all of this week. It was fantastic having you. Now, you've got 2 different email addresses if we want to reach out to you. So give us that framework again. If we're listening, maybe we want to send you a personal email, or maybe you want to join RCOC, the community that you run within Revenue Collective. So give us that contact information.
Awesome. So more importantly, if you want to talk about RCOC and how you can get involved, what we're doing, just ask questions. That's Devante, Devante, at revenuecollective.com. For any other conversations, I am at this particular moment on the market. You can reach me at Devante, Devante, LJ at gmail.com. So Devante, LJ at gmail.com for all other things. But if it's related to RCOC, happy to chat at Devante at revenuecollective.com.
Fantastic. If folks want to reach out to me, you can. LinkedIn.com/Sam F. Jacobs. I will tell you that LinkedIn, for whatever reason, has removed my ability to accept invitations en masse. I have to do it one by one. So it might take a little bit to get to you, but I will read everything that I get, and I'll try and respond to all of the personalized messages. Thanks so much for being on the show, Devante. Thanks to our sponsor, Outreach, who is humanizing sales conversations and sales engagement at great scale. If you're out there listening, I hope you're doing well, and we will talk to you next time.